I once helped a famous footballer with his cheese selection.
David's team.
What was the cheese?
I don't remember any of this. No, I do.
Who was the footballer?
It was the famous one.
Which famous one?
He played for the big club. Where are you from, Mack?
Manchester.
Manchester player.
Right, which one?
Edin Dzeko.
Right, OK.
When was this?
It was about 10 years ago. Is that still how we measure the passage of time? Yeah.
What was the circumstance, Bob? Where were you?
Manchester.
Oh, you're in Manchester?
I was in Manchester, yeah. I was there for a meeting with some old friends of mine. Tony Holdall and Jerry Haversack. They had a little double act together called the Carrier Bags. Tony, very small man, on account of his height, had the nickname Shetland Tony. And I was too early for the meeting.
Right.
So I thought I'll go to the nice supermarket and get some car cheese.
Car cheese?
Cheese to eat in the car.
Car cheese?
In Manchester, Booths.
The Waitrose of the North.
Yeah. And they have a cheese counter, Jamelia, and a man, he's such a small man.
Yeah.
That he'd written on his palm, it said, hi, on one palm, and it said, cheese, question mark. So, anyway, yeah. That was buying some cheese to eat in my car.
Which Shetland Tony have towered over this guy?
Well, it might have been his dad. I don't remember the cheese, man.
OK.
What about Eddie Dzeko? When did he appear?
Edin.
Edin.
Bang! Edin the ball. Right.
Snake, kick, head. So I saw him, and he's concentrating on, like, you know, the airy foods, you know, like Rice Krispies, crumpets, cheese puffs.
In the shop, you're following through a section where the food is grouped sort of according to the aesthetic of its structure.
No, I just noticed that he was ferreting around for that type category of food.
Oh, in every area, in the chocolate area, it's aero. The cheese area, it's Swiss cheese. The cake area, it's the sponge. So this guy, you analyse, wants food with holes in it.
Exactly. Because I did stand next to him very closely, and he picked up some luncheon meat, and he said, far too dense. Far too dense. He's from Bosnia.
So he was talking to himself in English, though, not in his native language. Is he Bosnian?
He is Bosnian,
He's Bosnian.
He's Bosnian, but fluent in 5 languages.
Yeah, but it's still his most natural language for him to talk to himself in wouldn't be English, would it?
See, German used to be the language for engineering and science way back.
Yeah.
And English was always the language of research. And he was researching the food. Anyway, John.
Had it been like a new species of flower, he'd have spoken in Latin.
So what happened next?
I arrived at the cheese counter and I ordered some red Leicester. Dzeko appeared and he asked me what cheese I'd bought and would I recommend it. I said to him it was red Leicester, yeah? Yes. And he asked the man if he could try a bit of the red Leicester. The man put up his hands. Yeah, sure. He didn't.
Yeah.
The man gave him a bit of red Leicester and he looked at me and he said something in the area of Krashinovse.
What?
Krashinovse.
You've learnt now that he spoke to himself in his own language.
So I looked at him afterwards and it actually meant whoops-a-daisy.
Jamelia, what are you thinking?
I just think there's too many holes in the story. I loved it, but there's just no chance that is true. Or it's the most fantastic
I'm going to stop
double
you there. One thing I will promise you is that it might be true. It's definitely he's referring to a shop he knows.
Yes.
Where cheese could plausibly be bought.
Yes.
And he's selected a footballer who lives in that city.
Okay.
There's plausibility there, but on the other hand, he's surrounded that core of plausibility with a lot of nonsense. Hands, but then he says, "Oh no, that bit's not true.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just decoration around what is the thing he's decorating?
Oh, so you think
true
it's like...
or false?"
That's actually quite a good tactic, isn't it?
I think it might be true.
Oh.
And the bit I found most plausible, but then of course.
David, it is now time to decide.
True.
True?
Lie, come on.
True, we're going true. One true, one lie, we're going true. There we go, and it'll be over soon.
You're saying it's true? OK.
Yes.
Bob, was it true or was it a lie?
I was telling the truth.
Last year, at a charity dinner, I asked Prince William to fetch me a drink because I thought he was a waiter.
David's team.
So describe the scene. How many people are at this dinner?
30? Maybe 40?
OK.
Had you ever seen Prince William before?
I have, and I actually used to be such a big fan of him in the 90s when he still had hair.
Raj, I am so sorry. We invited her on the show. We had no idea. So what happened then? Talk us through the chain of events.
We were at... Oh, what's this place called? Balmoral.
What's this place called?
You were at
Balmoral.
Balmoral.
We were mingling. I always get really hungry at these events, and I'm just busy shoving my face into the canapes. And then I one got a little bit stuck in the wrong pipe. So I was half choking, basically.
Okay.
It was a terrible situation. So I just tapped on some shoulder, and, I mean, it was a balding man.
How did he respond?
He was like, "Oh, my God, here, are you OK?" I was
Well,
just so embarrassed.
Let's reenact it. I'll be Prince William, of course, and you be you. So you start having your little coughing fit.
Yeah.
I'm just stood here talking to friends. I mean, it's an absolutely wonderful event. It really is, isn't it? Yes, I mean, gosh, crikey, gosh, I think it's...
You're doing Hugh Grant.
It's the closest I have to Prince William.
Right.
I do it as Ronnie Corbett.
Yes, I think that...
We're having a wonderful night. Imagine Lee is Prince William. Let's see if Lee will do this beautifully. Watch this, watch this.
Are you Welsh?
What?
So what are you going to say, David?
I'll tell you one of my issues with it.
Go on.
I have a few issues. Well, firstly, the location.
Yeah.
Balmoral.
Yeah.
Now, that's...
You don't
know
often
how
see royals there, do you?
Well, no, but I don't think they hold many charity events for 50 people there. I think that usually happens at other places where the royals sort of come in and are the honoured guests.
What about Racing Raj? What do you think?
I think she could have been there, but the fact is, for me, that she didn't recognise him.
Just another bald guy to her. Her words, not mine. So what's it going to be?
What do you think?
I think the location is the chink in the story, so I think maybe it's not true.
Yeah.
Not true.
We're going to go not true.
Saying lie?
Yeah.
OK,
Yeah.
Sophie, at Balmoral, truth or lie?
It is, of course, a lie.
It's a lie.
I once shared a tent in Kent with Susie Dent.
Please, team.
Where did you first get to know Susie?
On Countdown.
Which is true. She's on Countdown.
Yeah.
There's quite a lot of TV shows around, aren't there, where people off the telly go and camp somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, it's not out of the question.
I know for a fact he's been very smiley and filey with Rachel Riley.
But was it just you and Susie?
In the tent, yeah.
Why did this come about?
Well, it was for a for a pilot that never...
A TV show?
Yeah, that never made it.
What was the show called?
Tents in Kent.
Quick, is Camber Sands in Kent?
No, it's in Sussex.
Oh.
Well, they got it wrong then.
What was going to be the interesting, appealing television that was going to come out of it?
I was going to get paid £7,000.
Yeah, but crucially, that's not enough to make someone tune into a TV programme, amazingly.
No, I wasn't really worried about that bit.
What was the show called?
We had to do this task. I remember we had 24 hours in it.
No.
And we had to complete a task in 24 hours.
What was the task?
It was like a political campaign that we had to run in 24 hours. I was running for mayor of Whitstable.
Did you have to represent a party?
Yes.
What was the party?
God, a lot of questions, aren't there?
That will happen.
And it's quite draining, isn't it?
But also, can I just point out that Whitstable is North Kent and Camber Sands is about 40 miles away in Sussex.
No, it's exactly 40 minutes in a car.
Going at 60 miles an hour.
The reason...
Hang on. I didn't stop.
We
Just stop!
I will not stop!
A recap before we carry on. So you're doing a political campaign in 24 hours to become mayor of Whitstable, but you're staying in Camber, which is a completely different county, and for no reason so far that you've explained, you stay in a tent. What's that got to do with running a campaign for mayor?
I guess they couldn't find a yurt near Whitstable. And I don't blame them for that. I don't know why I'm getting cross, sorry.
But what does it say about your campaigning skills that you ended up in a tent with Susie Dent?
Things went well.
Why did it never get made into TV?
Because they watched it back.
What do we think? Joe, what are you thinking?
Oh, I really want to believe it, but I just don't.
Oh, fair enough.
I could have believed you're in a tent with Susie in Kent, but I think the whole political campaign thing's just... It's a distraction.
OK.
All right, what's it going to be?
We're going to say it's a lie, are we?
It's a lie, it's a lie.
I think so,
We think it's a lie.
You think it's a lie. Joe, were you telling a lie or were you actually telling the truth?
It was a lie.
I believe you.
I once went skinny dipping with Sharon from Eastenders.
David C.
Where did you go skinny dipping?
Greece.
And why were you on the beach with a co-star of the show?
Well, we had gone on holiday together, and Tish was very worried. Because of photographers, you see, and every time a camera went off, there weren't phones then, but there were cameras, and there's a flash, Tish would think she was being photographed.
And we should say, June, that when you say Tish, that's Letitia Dean who plays
that's right.
Sharon. So Letitia stripped off for this
Why are you
dipping.
so interested in that? Why aren't you interested in me?
No,
So, when was this happening?
Well, it was about 1988, I'd say. It might have been 89.
Right.
And why did you decide to go swimming naked rather than wearing swimming costumes, as is conventional?
Because there was nobody else on this beach, except a lot of poles. Well, not... There were awaiting umbrellas.
Were you drinking?
No. She was driving.
She drove into the sea? My God.
What are you thinking, David?
Well, I think this is basically a plausible story. People have been nude in their life. Even I have, on occasion...
David, let's not, please. I'd like to sleep tonight.
Have you ever been skinny dipping, David? Is it something you've ever done?
No. Unless I pick up a card later that says I have.
Can I ask one more question? Do you mind? Hey. What Factor sun cream did you wear as you went in?
I don't think I had any on. Oh.
It's not responsible, really, is it?
Again, this isn't the one show. You're not presenting a feature on sun care.
OK.
Do remember, if you are popping in with your tinkle out, to cover up with a bit of sun cream. Anyway, Giles Brandreth has been investigating teddy bears. So what are you going to say? What do you think? Truth or lie?
What do you think?
If you're worried about cameras, it's not the first thing you think of. Let's go and find a beach and get our kit off and get in the sea in broad daylight.
Yeah.
So, I think lie.
Lie?
I would go with lie.
Lie. We think lie.
You think lie?
Lie.
OK. June, were you telling the truth or were you telling a lie?
I was telling the truth.
Wow.
I have actually been fired by Alan Sugar.
Oh, there we are.
Right, OK.
Interesting.
So why were you working for Alan Sugar?
I wasn't directly working for him. I was working for a catering company when I first left drama school, like a lot of good drama students, black trousers, white shirt, handing round the drinks and the canapes, and I turned too quickly and knocked 3 glasses of red wine, I remember everything, 2 glasses of white wine and 4 canapes down a lady's top.
And the lady was?
Angry.
Cross. I'd no idea who he was until years later when I saw him on the telly, and I thought, that's the... who fired me.
So he was he standing next to
Yes, yes, it was his do. He was the host of the do, and I was summarily dispensed of with.
Dispensed of or disposed with?
Dispersed.
Yeah.
Tossed off.
What was the name of the catering company?
Oh, God, Mayflower. Well done.
You were the one that remembered it.
Yes, I know.
It's good that he can pat himself on the back of it.
Yeah.
Well done.
It was
Martin
a long time
Clunes.
ago.
Well done. Yes. This is where I live. Well done.
So what? So she was cross, and he was standing next to her?
To be honest, she was just wet and dirty, as I remember, but he was... No, she was just busy with dealing with, worrying about her clothes, and his summary firing of me was a sort of display for her benefit as much as anything.
So he was right there, and he did it
yes,
himself?
Yes.
And
Did he use his catchphrase? He's a lovely man.
You fight. Did he do that?
You're thinking of Rocky Balboa, I think, aren't you?
You fight. You fight, Edwin. You fight.
Please, that's a very good Rocky Balboa, but doesn't he really sound a bit more like this? I love very much. I don't time.
What did he actually say to
Oh,
you?
God, I can't remember. There was anger, there was shouting. He didn't swear, but he made me look stupid. But cunningly, I already looked stupid. So that didn't really hurt.
Right, David.
Richard, what's all you?
Mayflower came so swiftly, it was brilliant.
I think Mayflower sounds very much like a sort of outside catering company.
But do you think that if you're the guest who's been spilt all over, wet and dirty, that he would have turned round and said, "You're fired"?
It's a very nasty thing to do, because it's only an accident.
And you were 20.
You were full of apologies at this
Of course
moment.
I was full of apologies. I had some spillage on me, but I didn't, bang on
Didn't
about
blame
that.
her. That was probably a wise course not to go, what are you doing, you stupid bitch? Standing right in my way!
He's telling the truth.
You think he's telling the truth?
I think he is telling the truth.
What do you
But
think?
he is a brilliant actor.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, he's
You
an
are.
actor. I mean, with the greatest respect, we're not talking about Robert De Niro, are we? It's Martin Clunes. I mean...
Is he going to do Robert De Niro now?
I can't do him.
Go on, have a stab.
Have I got Pacino for you?
No, I said Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro.
Come on, cocky.
That's all I can do.
That was a monkey. Robert De Niro as a monkey. He's very versatile. He could do a monkey that well.
What's that? Al Pacino? OK. Tom
Like Robert
Jones?
De Niro, that's it, with longer arms.
No, Al Pacino is... OK, Pacino, OK? What do you got?
That's Columbo.
Yes!
Actually, to be fair to him, when you stand up, it is a very good Ronnie Corbett.
Yeah.
So who's guessing? If that ends up in the show, I'm gone. Come on, everybody. Let's have a guess.
Well, I think you instinctively think it's true.
I'm going to go with true.
Well, I haven't got a clue. So.
I can only go with Fern.
Well,
Can
I think...
you?
Yes. Let's go with
Lovely.
you.
OK, we're going with Fern, and you're saying that it's true? Martin Clunes, our greatest living actor. Were you telling the truth, or were you telling a lie?
I was telling a porcupine.